There we go. Urban Connection Atlanta. We're sitting down here today with Odinero, one of Atlanta's probably unique talents out here. We're gonna get to know him, see what's going on, and he's gonna give us a few updates. So, without further ado, Mr. Odinero, tell us what you do and how you came to do what you do.
Okay, my name is Odinero, from Chicago, Illinois. Moved down to Atlanta about like 5 years ago. Had me a daughter, just wanted to change the scenery. Also had a record deal on the table. So I came down here, to pursue my music career. Got here, end up kind of changing a lot of things about, my focus on how to get into the music industry, because Atlanta actually has a music scene. You know what I'm saying? In Chicago, I feel like we have a music industry, but we don't have a music scene. Yeah, you can't really go and touch the hands of the people that we look up to in Chicago. Like, you might be able to see Kanye West at like a festival or something like that, or meet Common at a CD signing. But here it's like you could go get something to eat and just see pretty much any of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Just walking through. So I got here about 5 years ago. Started a company, Money Team Magazine. Money Team Magazine is basically just it started out as just like an urban outlet of like music and, you know what I'm saying, and art. Because, I work with comedians and fashion designers and spoken word artists also. So it started out just a blog website. It was a community. It was a community blog where other people can go in there and put on their information and stuff like that. Since then, it has evolved more of like a indie help program. Yeah. I try to give a lot of independent artists tips on how to get in the industry. I also hold showcases around the city. You know what I'm saying? To try to get artists' names out. Yeah, me and Renee, we've been working together for some years. Actually, that's how I met her. She performed at one of my events in like 2013. It was called In the Mix. It was like In the Mix 5. And I just seen she had a lot of talent, She has a lot of talent, and, we just, we got together. And since then, from 2013 and really like last year is when me and her really kind of connected and kind of just started doing a lot of these events together. The Omen Cypher, I've been helping her with that for like a year, since like last November. She was doing it before I came on, but I've been like pretty much the host of the show for like the last year. So, we actually have one of those coming up tomorrow. We have Queen Losa from OGG Camp. She's going to be the host tomorrow. I'll be assisting
tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. All women's site.
Yeah, I heard it's
all beautiful women going to be up there, But yeah, basically, from Money Team Magazine, and now that since Money Team Magazine got me into pretty much being able to like talk to artists and become a media source. I interviewed a lot of artists like Cap One. I done did behind the scenes with 2 Chainz. I done did just a bunch of like artists in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I done been on the scene with them. I did behind the scenes of Outkast when they first event that they did in Georgia last year was their first event back. It was in Rome, Georgia. It's called the Counterpoint Festival. Got to go backstage for that. So, the Money Team Magazine opened up a lot of like doors for me and opened up my brain to new things. And then after that, I had an offer to come over to WERD Radio, which is the first black-owned radio station by Reese. Reese was a friend of this guy Nate. So, so I was like, hey man, call Renee up. I was like, Renee, then we should do a radio show, just around what me and you do best. And I do like conscious music. So if people not familiar with conscious music, it's just music with a message or music that tells a story.
Empowering.
Yeah, empowering people and opening their mind up to, the things that are going on or to new ideas. And I felt like it's nobody really in Atlanta conquering that niche. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has the turn up music.
Turn up.
Everybody wants to party, but who wants to really hear knowledge? And what I find out is that 90% of people do really want to hear knowledge, and they just, they just do what they are given. You know what I'm saying?
Mob mentality,
So
just doing what everybody else is
yeah.
doing.
So I'm gonna give them something too. You know what I'm saying? So we're giving them. Our show is called Conscious Soul. We just did the first showcase for it, the Conscious Soul Experience, and we had Encore live band come through. Miles, a guy that you just interviewed, he was there. He performed and he played his trombone. And, it was a great experience for me to just. My mom came out, my dad, my daughter was there. It just felt good to be able to host an event where my family can come to. I've done so many events where it was in a club setting. It was a lot of alcohol.
You can't really
a
have
bit
your
of
daughter
smoking. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But my daughter was there, and it was just good energy. Everybody left with like real positive energy.
That's
So
great.
I think that's what Odinero is now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll evolve from just a creator of music to now I know it's a calling in my music. So my calling is to bring positive energy to people and connect communities.
The full purpose of your music.
Yeah.
That's great. Music-wise, what's the earliest you remember being inspired with music? When did Ordinero the youngest age you were when you started saying, man, this music thing, this bug has bit me? How
I can't even say the age, but I think I was in like second or third grade, and they had this program at my school, and they came to the school and they taught kids how to play the harmonica, and they taught us about the blues.
They don't have that anymore.
Yeah, they had that, and I was a little kid. I learned about B.B. King, Bobby Blue Bland, and you know what I'm saying, Buddy Guy, just some of the greats in the blues that I never would ever think about, and that opened my mind. And then we actually performed at the Chicago Blues Festival as a kid. I was on live TV playing my harmonica. I was actually rapping then too. That's when I wrote my first rap. It was called Summertime. And it was way before Will Smith did the Summertime song. So I don't know if he heard that song or something. But
and then
but we created that song way back in the day. I was in second grade. Shout out to my auntie, because she still got the videotape, the VHS tape of that. Yeah, she said she waited for me to become famous so she can leak it or whatever. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna leak that on TMZ one day.
Oh, it's gonna come out. I can't wait to see it myself. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Tell her to take it off of VHS soon. Though.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be, it's gonna be irrelevant.
She old school, man. So her name Mary Jean. So she got an old school name.
Man, that is old school. So, your influences in the family. Any other musicians in your family?
Not really. You know what? My mom was an influence to me growing up because she was just into technology. So she pretty much had me into the computers really early because she always was into that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's good.
I had probably the first computer when it came out, and with the big floppy.
The floppy paper looking disc.
Yeah. So I'm way back. I'm throwback with it. So my mom really instilled the technology with it, and I think once music really took over technology is when I really was like, oh yeah, this is the thing I want to do. I love technology. I love creating music. So so I just stuck with both, and I think by her putting the computer knowledge in me, I was able to excel in music real quickly because I already knew how to use a computer. I knew how to, pretty much write code. I know how to, what I'm saying, like right now I do graphic design, I do videography, you know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of things, what happens to artists is if they can't do none of these things themselves, it's kind of hard to find people or it gets expensive. So if I had to pay somebody to do all my videos, pay somebody to do all my recordings, all my flyers, like
so you save yourself.
Yeah, I save myself so much money, and then I love technology, so it's like the more I learn about it, the more I'm happier about it. The more I learn how to use Photoshop and any Adobe products, I feel like I'm moving in the right direction because I'm gaining knowledge, and then I help other people with it. Like
teach, pass on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure your daughter would love to probably have the same
Oh
similarities
yeah.
like
And
Suchi.
she's more like low tech actually though. She's more of an artist, painter
Oh,
type of
really?
creator, you know what I'm saying? And which I
Oh,
love that too,
fantastic.
you
Yeah,
know.
that's
I mean
really
I
nice.
never really was good with my hands like that, you
But
know,
she's got
but
it, huh?
she loves that.
That
That's her
is
thing. So
amazing. So, the difference with the scene, you mentioned the scene in hip hop in Atlanta. Since you moving from Chi Town to now, have you seen anything different? Have you seen either negative or positive growth that you've seen since you arrived in Atlanta?
I would say when I first got here, I think I was my mind state because I think the scene is pretty much the same,
Uh-huh.
but my mind state navigating through the scene has changed a lot.
Okay.
So I think positive, you know, in a positive direction. I think when I first got here, I didn't really understand the music industry. I didn't understand that you need millions of dollars to really push a product. You know,
Yeah. Marketing
uh,
can get really, really.
marketing on the radio for just for like a year is like at least $20,000. You know what I'm saying for a radio, for to get your music on the radio. So I think when I got to Atlanta, I started picking up on the trends of the music industry, and I started really absorbing all that. I think when I was in Chicago, I just wanted to be a rapper so bad, and I just wanted to create music. So I had music stacked up, like
Loads, loads.
hundreds
So
of songs before I got here. And I haven't made hundreds of songs since I've been here, but I got into the industry more, and I kind of like know how to push a project now. I know how to create a project, and I know
things that you never could
yeah,
have gotten
yeah.
away
I
with.
think the business sense of it is here, and you learn. You have to get into the business side of it here. And I think a lot of people in Chicago, they just even some of my people, they at home, and I think they like waiting on the shooting star type of thing. That's what I call it. They waiting on the shooting star. They waiting to be discovered. They think they're gonna keep on doing stuff on the internet and keep on, you know,
And
just pushing
somebody's
out,
gonna.
and they feel like somebody's just gonna find them. But in this day and age of the industry, I think from the 90s to now, the industry has changed where they not just looking for people. You got to be popping already. You got to
You gotta be,
already
yeah, you
have the
gotta be
package. You got to already have videos. You got to already
if
be
the package
known.
don't
Yeah,
hit
you got to
out
have a
there,
full
it's
package nowadays. From if you think about back in the day when they were actually going out to open mics looking for artists, and they were like, "Oh, I'm gonna
yeah.
sign him, and I'm gonna put this much money behind him." When it's now, you got to put thousands of dollars behind yourself before somebody even look at
Looks
you
at you.
to even want us to put more money invested into it. So
Man, that is quite a change. That is
yeah,
quite a
yeah.
change. The youth, it seems like your music is conscious.
Hmm.
What's your message to people who wants to go down your path? Younger ones. Yeah, what would you
I would
advise them?
say for the young people, you have to do you. You have to know what God placed you in this earth to do, or what whoever you feel like puts you in this earth. Because I don't want to put God into it, but find your purpose. I feel like that was the biggest thing for me was to find the purpose. Why am I creating this music? You know, who are the people I'm pushing this music to? And once they listen to this music, what are they getting from it? And that's a purpose, you know. And I think a lot of people they make music, but they don't really have a purpose for it. They just want to,
Just throw it out.
yeah, they just want to get some money. You know what I'm saying? And if your purpose is money, then make sure you listen to the songs that make money, and make songs kind of like that
Yeah,
that make money if that's what you're trying to
that's
do.
what you. Yeah, that's
I
what you.
mean, most conscious artists, we're not into it for the money. You know what I'm saying? We're into it for the change that we're looking for in the community, and the
The
change
impact, the
the
change you
impact.
want to see.
Yeah, so I don't really care about money, you know what I'm saying? Like it costs me money to be able to get to where I want to be anyway. So I'm gonna be spending money just to push, but I'd rather put my money behind something that I feel is gonna empower my people than destroy them, you know, and I think if I just came here and I just told the story of Chicago, drug dealers, gangbangers, and this and that, it's only just putting my people back into that situation and
Yeah,
making it more glorified. But if I come here and I create music that says, "Hey man, we can do this. We can make. I can show you how to sell your raps. You ain't got to sell your pack. You know what I'm saying? You ain't know you had strength like that. You
right.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
show you
And
something.
it's like you like, okay, man, I do have other gifts. I do have other strengths, and I don't have to go down the path everybody else go down. You know, be yourself. I feel like if you be yourself, you'll find it what you're here for and what you're supposed to be doing with the music. Yeah.
That is awesome. That's great. I can't wait to hear more of you, and then definitely that it should be spread. More musicians should have things like more musicians.
And I hope to do that. I hope
Yeah.
that's what, by me being one of the people and Renee being like one of the leaders of that, that we're able to bring in more positive energy and more people that think like that. Because I feel like if nobody stands up and say, "Hey, man, I'm going to be a leader of this, and I'm going to push this energy off to other people," and then they're going to become leaders and they're going to push it off to other people. And you know, that, I mean, I feel like I'm good with that. If you know what I'm saying, if I leave this earth and I've touched anybody, and I touched anybody in a positive way, and it made them go touch another person, that transaction is that purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just me. It's not about me. It's about making it so where it's a connection. You know what I'm saying? It's like a domino effect.
Lovely domino effect of information, because if you do look in our past history, it's culture. Song was a way of passing information from generation to tracing back to regions, days in Africa. That song was not just shake your boots down, it was an important pillar of the community.
It's a part of expressing what's in your soul. And that's why we call it conscious soul. Because it's something in your conscious and something in your soul that goes into this music. And people can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, come to a conscious soul show, you'll see. It's like the energy, like when I did my song, I got this song called Mike Brown. And it's just talking about the Mike Brown incident, but it's so much energy in that song that you've seen it go from me rapping to the band. And then the band just went like ham at the end. Like after the song was like all of them, I was done rapping, but they were going on and on because that's the energy. You know what I'm saying? The energy flows through everybody. You know, and you know what I'm saying? They felt the same pain I was feeling in it, and it came out in the music, and you've seen it, and it came out in instruments. It don't have to be lyrically; it can come out in any type of form, but it has to come out, and it has to come out, and it has to touch people and let them know, okay, man, this is real. This is a real feeling, and it's way better than the feeling of just, oh man, we in the club. Oh, that feels good. It feels good, but it's a way better feeling. It's a way better feeling.
You're gaining more. You're getting more.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. That's awesome. Conscious Music Urban Connection. Tell us where they can find you, your Twitters.
Find me at Odinero on Instagram, Money Team Mag on Instagram and all social media. And now I'm building the brand of Conscious Soul. So Conscious Soul 2015 on Instagram also. You can check us out on all of those different platforms. Also go follow my partner in crime, Renee the G. She helped set this up with this brother right here, and I'm so glad that I came.
Awesome.
And, yeah, come check me out.
That's awesome. Urban Connection. That was our man Odinero with Conscious Music. Can't wait to see where it's going, what he's going to build. His legacy is going to be amazing. Definitely not the last interview. Keep up with these guys. Keep an eye with them for them and help them spread what they're trying to do. One love. See you soon.
Thank you.
That's it.
Cool.
Oh man, thank you so much, bro. That's like right there. Like that's if all my